So I wanted to talk about my experience with Damon braces because I didn't find a lot of people had talked about it. I figured it might be useful for some people. So I actually had them put on around last week. So this is the sixth day, and tomorrow it's gonna be the seventh. Um, Now the dentist initially told me that it's gonna be, that I can eat whatever I wanted. I could brush my teeth normally and all that. But I think it's kind of mildly inconvenient, talking about the initial, like when he actually put them on, didn't last long. It lasted like 10 to 15 minutes just for my upper jaw. Okay. So I need to like open my mouth so you can see what's going on. So this is how it looks like. And I've still got to put the bottom jaw, the teeth, my bottom teeth, Um, my main problem, I don't think I've got a huge issue with my teeth, but I've got some significant spacing between some teeth, like especially between my canines, like over there. I could almost fit a finger over there. And I started to notice it more and more, and it was bothering me when I was looking at myself in the mirror. So I thought I'd do something about that. I also have some gaps like in the middle over here. Another problem I had is that the midline, there's a midline shift, like my upper jaw. It's actually deviated to the right side rather than being in the middle for some reason. I don't know how that works out. And apparently, putting braces helps with that. Allegedly, we'll see how that goes. Um, so I went there to the dentist, and first of all, I had just an appointment that was just for taking pictures of my like different angles of my face and my mouth, and some X-rays, some panoramas, I guess they call them. So they tell you to bite on a thing, and they take an X-ray. Uh, they give you this cover so that you'd cover the rest of your body, and so that was basically it. That was like it took a while, honestly, because the cameraman, he wanted certain angles or certain movements with my mouth. He'd tell me to bite, or like move my tongue upwards, and some like, and he'd put a like a thing in my he'd put a like a thing in my mouth that would open my mouth up, and then he would take like a picture of the bottom jaw, when I had it open, and then the upper jaw, and so on. So that was the first appointment. The second appointment was with the was actually with the dentist, and that's when he worked on my teeth. So the first appointment was basically the consultation, then the photography sessions, the photography session, and then the actual placement of the Damon braces. I had thought about using Invisalign, but that was too expensive for me, and I don't know. I really liked the idea. It was like a 3D scan, and I was really concerned about the occlusion, because I was told I had good occlusion with my teeth, and I was worried that traditional braces would mess that up. But apparently they don't really do that. Traditional braces or Damon braces. Um, as for Invisalign, because it's like everything is 3D and technology and all that, so I figured it would be really accurate, and I think that's true. But it might take longer time for people to do it, and it's pretty expensive. Honestly, that may have been the biggest factor for me. At some point, it wasn't really gonna be a huge issue. It was gonna be a slight difference between the prices between Damon and Invisalign, but I ended up getting. I actually went to three dental clinics and I took their opinion, and so yeah, I decided on Damon braces at the end, based on on the dentist's recommendation. He told me, if you don't care about the braces showing, this metallic look on your teeth, then that's fine. Honestly, I thought when I put them, I felt like I looked better somehow, you know. Anyway, I felt like they look good. I don't know how to pose, but yeah, just they look good. Anyhow, they look fine. Whatever. I don't really care. Plus, it's Corona. It's the time of coronavirus, so I'm wearing my mask and nobody's actually seeing my teeth. So whatever, right? I figured why not. Um, the doctor said I had two options, either metallic or ceramic Damon braces, and I chose the metallic because he said it's probably faster and it has fewer side effects, according to him. And I didn't really care about the color, so we went with metallic braces. Um, Regarding the differences between traditional braces and Damon, he said they were better, so I just took his word for it. And I had searched a little bit, and I found some really old YouTube videos about how Damon braces, they give you the optimal smile, like they make your jaw wider, and it gives you like some better smile. I figured, okay, I mean, fine. I guess I'll go with that. I didn't really read into the details, although that's pretty unusual for me. But I didn't like the fact that uh, YouTube videos were scarce about it. I mean, I shouldn't have looked on YouTube. I should have looked in research papers. But I was just like, I just wanted to get it over with. I took the dentist's word for it. He actually did some work for my sister as well, back like a long time ago, and he seems to be like a really good dentist. So I trusted him with that. That was my reasoning. As for the actual process of putting the braces on, so when I went, they put this other device that keeps my mouth open, and no, well, not open. They actually told me to bite on it, and I bit on it, and they could see, it raises my lips up and down, so that they could better visualize my mouth. I had the idea that the dentist would keep telling me to open my mouth, but he didn't. I tried opening it up because I was like, why is he not asking me to open my mouth up? Because that's the idea I had of dentists and how they act with their patients because of all the memes and stuff. But he actually told me to close my mouth um, a couple of times. So I thought I was trying to help him. But anyway, so what they do is it felt like they sprayed something on the inside of my cheeks that felt like it blocked the salivary glands. It felt like they got blocked because my mouth got really dry on the inside, and maybe it's just an anesthetic, or I don't know. But anyway, they still had that suction tube thing that sucks your saliva at the same time, and then they sprayed some liquid thing which felt like an anesthetic, maybe. Like I still maintained my sensation, but that's what I think it was. I'm not even sure. I didn't really feel it. I just felt like a gush of fluid onto my teeth, and then I think he used like some brush thing to somehow sort of like paint my teeth, as if he's painting a small bit of like a tiny wall. You know what I mean? As if it's a brush. So he painted some teeth, which may have been the paste, or the thing that makes the metallic squares stick onto my teeth. By the way, I've always had the lisp, so it's not the braces that are causing my lisp. On the other hand, like I felt like I could pronounce the S letter better. I don't know. It's still not not that great. Anyhow, so yeah, He plays the metallic thing. Like he would put. That's what I wasn't seeing what he was doing. I actually had my eyes closed the whole time. They were shut, and I just felt what he was doing. Um, I actually like I almost was gonna take a nap or something. Like I almost fell asleep. I was very comfortable. He had very light hands. You know, his hands were very light, very soft, very tender. You know what I mean? Very gentle. Um, so he would put the paste thing. That's what it felt like, and then he would put a square, and then he would pass a wire. I'm guessing. I don't know how he grabbed the wire, but it felt like he was just holding a. He wasn't holding a pincer shaped thing. It seemed like it felt like he was just. I have no idea how he passed the wire. So he did that, and then his dental assistant would use this device that felt like um, some infrared not blast, some infrared light, you know, some infrared waves, or I don't know, ultraviolet maybe. I don't even know what kind of waves it made, but the point is, she would shine it on my tooth right after he puts the square in the wire thing. And for these middle two teeth, you know, my incisors, whatever the hell you want to call them, they felt a little bit more sensitive. At first, like it's like for 2 seconds you feel like you drank some hot tea, you know, like it doesn't burn your mouth, but it feels like there's this internal heat inside the tooth. It's like some dull heat pain, not pain even, some dull heat sensation that makes your tooth sensitive for like 2 seconds. It's it's kind of uncomfortable, but it's not a big deal. It's not painful. It's not like I was wincing, right, or grimacing. It just felt weird when he put that. It was just for these two teeth, but the other teeth, they were just fine. You know, I didn't feel anything, even not even a little bit of heat. I At least I don't recall having. That's what I recall. What I recall feeling. I felt like it was just on those two teeth. So he finishes like one side, and then the same process, you know. And every once in a while, they wash my mouth and then use the suction tube thing, and then they went to the left side, and I started feeling some tension pulling in my teeth, but then it got balanced out when he finished the other side, and then he came back to this side. I think I don't know. He did some stuff. Anyhow, the whole thing took like 10 to 15 minutes, and then he's like, "We're done." I'm like, "This is it?" Like I thought there would be more. But apparently that was it. He also had my the pictures they took of my teeth and the X-rays on a TV screen behind him. So I guess he was looking at that while he was doing his stuff. And then I booked the next appointment for a month later for the bottom jaw. I'm assuming. As for, he didn't give me any precautions or anything. He just said if you felt pain, because he bent the wire somehow so that I wouldn't feel it in my mouth. I'm not feeling anything, you know, over here. But he said if it starts pricking you after it moves for a bit, you can come to me and I can clip it further, or we can do something. And he said if you have any pain, just gargle some cold water and you can drink it or spit it out. It's up to you. He said there was no need to take any painkillers, so I haven't taken any. I haven't needed to. The problems I've faced is that in the first day I tried eating a twister sandwich from KFC, and that was tough because like it feels like my teeth are being held in a certain place, in a certain position because of the braces, and if I try to push them in any direction somehow, it felt like they would hurt a little bit. I would say like maybe maximum 5 out of 10, probably less though. I'm just being conservative, like I'm giving it some extra room of digits of pain on the pain scale, but it's probably less. Like it was bearable, okay? Like I wasn't gonna cry, It's just the first day. I would rather you don't try to eat some freaking like nuts or some hard like apples, or something. It's probably better if you eat like pasta or yogurt or like some like I don't know like tomatoes and cucumbers and or hummus or whatever it is. Some soft food. It's probably better if you eat such soft food. Um, but yeah, that was for the first 2 days at least, and a little bit of the third day, I suppose. Um, I was eating. I remember I couldn't eat it. The twister sandwich. I couldn't eat it straight up the normal way. Like I couldn't bite, so I was actually biting on the side. Like I was putting the sandwich in from the side and biting down and trying to cut it with my with my molars, right? But that was when I realized the importance of my my front teeth. It was funny. I didn't know they were so important, but yeah, I faced some difficulty. So anyway, I little by little I started having less pain. Sometimes my teeth would bump into each other for some reason, and that would like make me stop for a second, like ouch, it was a little bit painful, but again, I wouldn't say it was excessively painful. It's not prohibitively painful, is what I'm trying to say, and it's bearable. It's like I don't know. I don't know what level of pain. Maybe I'm thinking if I punched the wall I don't know. I can't imagine. It's hard to describe what pain it is similar to. But anyhow, so little by little I'm starting to now right now like I can eat some cookies some after a few days, after they've gotten hard. I can have some cookies even if I bite from the front. I can have some harder food. I haven't tried apples or nuts yet, but you don't usually like bite on nuts with your front teeth anyway, right? You sort of crush them with your molars, but apples you sort of do. I haven't tried, but I think it's gonna be fine. I've had some chicken, some meat, so that's good. As I said, today is like the sixth day, so that's some remarkable progress. Like I have some salads, normally there's no problem with that. I've had some chicken and some twisters like yesterday. That was fine as well, just normal eating. Um, I don't think I'm seeing any difference just yet, but I mean, it's gonna last a year for a reason, right? So there's that. What else did I want to say? Right. One difficult thing I would assume that having food outside at restaurants, I don't know why you would go and have food outside in these times, but if you do, just expect that you would have food stuck in your braces or between your teeth. Because sometimes when I have some salad for example, some like bits and pieces of some vegetables, they stick around my gums or like upper tooth area or maybe between like at the end over here to the side. There is a place where I've got like two wires running on top of each other, or maybe like it looks like an oval shape, so sometimes food gets stuck here in the middle, or so that's sometimes I have to go and brush my teeth afterwards because it's uncomfortable. I can't take it off with just my tongue or some pressure that I'm trying to suck it in, you know. So I have to go to the bathroom and brush my teeth to make sure it's gone. So I'm brushing my teeth more often. In the morning, I'm usually gentle. I don't do it as hard when I'm brushing. And right now, I can brush the bottom jaw just fine. Nothing's going on. So I assume, I feel like by the time we get to the first month after it's done, when I go to put on the bottom jaw braces, um, I'll have gotten accustomed to braces, and so hopefully it'll be less of a hassle by then. Overall, it's much easier and better than I thought it would be as an experience. I thought it would be harder or it would be more painful or something, or that I don't know. I thought it would be worse. One thing I was concerned about is retainers, permanent retainers, which are put inside your on the inside of your teeth over there, so it's like really small. I still haven't gotten to that part, but apparently it's fine. I thought it would cause problems, or like I'd be conscious of them, or I'd be able to feel them, but I don't think that's the case according to what I've read online. I think there are transparent retainers as well that you can use. So we've got some options, but I suppose permanent retainers. At this point, I'm fine with having them permanently. Um, Sometimes I end up doing some stuff with my mouth. Like I'd be talking and my mouth would get dry, and then like my upper lip would get stuck somehow. Not get stuck, but like if it would feel like out of place. So I just have to like do like something like that to just feel better. Not feel better. You know what I mean? Like I'm just nitpicking at this point, but yeah, this is the point of this video, to actually nitpick and tell people um, how it feels in my mouth. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. Hope it's useful, at least a little bit.